black girl, if you're a black girl, if you're a black girl, if you're a black girl, do your thing.
Hey y'all, hey on this beautiful Sunday. It's so gorgeous. It's freezing though. It's like 53 degrees here and we're in Texas, so you know it's the fall time / winter time. You know those days are approaching because 53 what? Around 11:30 a.m. That's cold. That's cold. Like, we ain't used to this. But I'm just hopping on here because I actually pulled up to my parents' place. Supposed to be going somewhere with my mama, well, to the beauty supply to get her some like hair child, to get some type of crochet style that she's trying to have done. My oldest nephew's mom is going to do that. Yeah, she's a jack of many trades child. She's an investigator. She found my brother. And then she's a hairstylist, but she fired with the hair. She's been a hairstylist before an investigator, okay? But no, she be doing what she need to do, okay? She be understanding the assignment. You feel me? But so I'm waiting on her. I spoke to this, look, y'all. This is what I be dealing with. I spoke to this lady at 9 a.m. It's 11:30 a.m. I pulled up. I be giving her time. I give her like an hour's worth of time, because like 1 hour, because I know her like the back of my freaking hand, like a book, okay? And so I pull up and I'm like, hey, okay, I'm outside. This woman's still not ready. She ain't even get in the shower, y'all. This is why me and her be beefing sometimes. Like, I know y'all be thinking I love my family and stuff, but don't get it twisted. We still, like I say, we still go through the same problems. I be getting into it with my mama. My daddy be getting into it with my mama because of her time. She is not punctual. All right, but if my husband watching this, I'm punctual, okay? The apple does fall far from the tree on that, okay? With me and her, okay? So, but this lady don't be on time. So usually I would get irritated, but it's Sunday, it's beautiful, you feel me? And not only that, it gives me an opportunity. I'm gonna take and transfer that negative energy into something positive by just saying, okay, I can record a video, because I kind of been slacking on that too. So this gives me time. I was going to go inside and just wait around, but that ain't going to do nothing but irritate me even more. I'm going to irritate my own self. So I chose to transfer that energy and push it towards another direction to record this for y'all. So I just want to hop on here and say, today, I just want y'all to know that God is such a good mother freaking God. I cannot. Oh, I wish I can curse. Oh, sometimes I do be cursing, y'all, but I don't want to curse on my channel. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, okay? He is such a freaking great God. And even in our darkest times, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's been on my mind. I actually wrote this title for this topic months ago, but again, I've been slacking on my videos and sometimes I be disobedient, but I have to get out of that, and I'm working on that hard, but sometimes it's still a struggle. But yeah, so the topic was about this right here. God is such an amazing God. Like, even in our darkest moments, he is an awesome, freaking miraculous God. He is omniscient. He is the most powerful of the powerful. He is just amazing, y'all. Amazing. And let me tell y'all a little story. I have so many stories, and I keep them to myself. I don't even think I told my mama this story, actually. And then sometimes I keep them to myself because I feel like only God wants me to know these stories, like what transpires between him showing me that he is who he says he is. So I remember I was at a dark point in my life. My lease was up. I was staying with my roommate, which was cool. I met her in the hotel industry when I worked there. And we ended up roommating, and it was all right. It was straight. But our lease was up, and she had a boyfriend or whatever. So they moved into their own place, and I ended up moving back home with my family. And just so happened, again, God works everything out according, to his word and according to his ways. He just works things out how he's going to work them out. So I ended up moving back with them. So I was already sad about that because I really wanted to get my own place, but I had kind of got a late start on like looking around and stuff like that. So I wasn't tripping because it was really my fault. But at the same time, I didn't want to come back home. So I was already sad about that. And then just so happened, though, I'm glad I moved home because I wouldn't have even been able to pay my rent in my own place because I ended up getting terminated not too long after I moved back with my parents. I got terminated from the hotel industry, the job that I was at. And so that worked out. So that was God looking out for me. One, that was the first sign that he was looking out for me, even when I felt like I wasn't seeing him work. My God was looking out for me. You feel me? So got terminated, and then it took 6 months after I got terminated to find another employer. So that was another thing. And then at that time I had gotten a really, really dark space because all of this was going on. And then not only that, I broke up with my boyfriend, which too, God was looking out for me. Because later on down the line, I found out some other raunchy stuff, that transpired in my relationship that I wasn't aware of, but others had known. Anywho, so that was number 2. And then it's just like, you see what I'm saying? Like, even when we don't know he's looking out for us, he is. Like, he was really looking out for me. And so even in the midst of all this stuff, then here we go. I get on Instagram, as majority of us do, for whatever reason, thinking that's going to soothe us and stuff like that. It didn't. So I actually, like, anybody that knows me knows I love anything that God has created. I love my family. I'm passionate about family. I'm very family oriented. I love animals. I love the sky. I love everything. I love my people, black people. I love us to the core, like past my core. Y'all don't even understand. But like, even with that, I'm very passionate about like animals and stuff like that. So I get on Instagram, right? And I had this best friend back in college, my homeboy. We were like Ace Boone Coon. He's heterosexual, y'all, because everybody thinking, oh, you got a male best friend, he's automatically, no, he was heterosexual. Fine. Okay, fine. Y'all boys fine. But nothing like that. I'm gonna share another story with y'all. I'm gonna hold off on what I was about to say about him. But anyway, so we followed each other on Instagram, blah blah blah. I go to his story. He lives in Florida, right? He lives does he live in Tallahassee? Oh, my phone is shaking because my hand is shaking, y'all. So sorry if y'all see it shake a little bit when I post this. But I don't know which part of Florida he's in, actually. I wanted to say it was Tallahassee, but I don't think it's Tallahassee. Jacksonville, Florida. He's in Jacksonville, Florida. So he's still there, actually, I think. But yeah, he was in Jacksonville, Florida. And so I'm going through all this stuff, right? And I click on his page, on his little story on Instagram, and I see it's like a family of ducks walking across the street that he gets to witness. And I love animals, y'all. I'm getting so loud right now because that's how you know I'm passionate about something. Like, I love animals, y'all. So I'm on his page and I'm like, oh, that is so dope. And it made me even more sad because I was already in my feelings. I'm like, Lord, you never let me witness anything like that. Like, what the heck? Like, why can't I witness that when I'm at my lowest of my low? That would have made like my whole week. Like, it would at least made me feel good for a week, to see that and witness that in person. So I'm like looking at his story, and he's literally, it's like a mommy, a daddy, and then like 7 or 8 chicklets behind them, like literally crossing the street like grown folks. And so I'm like, bro, that's so dope. And I just get off the IG app. I'm like, I'm mad. That made me more sad. Why can't I witness that in person? Blah, blah. God said, okay, you think I'm not here? Let me show you how much I'm here in this time that I know you're going through one of the darkest periods of your life. And then I was terminated for 6 months. So everything that was transpiring from me breaking up with my boyfriend and to finding out more stuff that he did, even after the breakup, I was just like, I just had time. And idle mind is the devil's playground. And I just had time to just ponder and think on all of this negative things, right? This negative stuff, right, that was being told to me and shared with me, and then just made me even more angry at the people who were sharing it with me, because it's like, why didn't y'all let me know while I was in the relationship? I could have ended it way sooner than I did. To me, I felt like that was some fugazi bull crap. So I don't do fake stuff. So why would you not tell me, wow, when you first found out? You gonna tell me after I broke up? I don't need to know none of this why I'm broken up with him. I've already done the breaking up. This is foolish. You could have really kept this to yourself, because if you didn't tell me when you needed to tell me, what's the point of you telling me now? I guess it was I try to take everything and try to make it make sense as to why did you tell me this or whatever. After the fact, and maybe it's because they want to make sure I didn't go back to him. You know how as women can be sometimes. We want to give people second and third chances, stuff like that, but not me. And I wish they would have known that about me. Like, not me. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. And I'll speak on that on a different video as well. You only get one with me. No. I am far different from these other females that's out here. You get one time. One time. And that's what y'all better know. Y'all better learn it. Y'all better get it together. Y'all better know that. You get one time. You ain't about to waste my time twice. That's a joke. But anyways, so I just had a lot of time to like think about all the negative that was going on at that moment. So one day I just decided to get myself together and get myself up out of bed, let me go get out of my parents' place and just clear my mind. So I end up going to this little track thing that's by my parents' place. It's a bayou, but it kind of runs far. It's like two sides of it. So I started going walking. Why? This was like 3 weeks later. See, God don't come on our time. God comes on his time, right when he knows you need it. Like right when he feels like you're at the brink, he's going to say, now let me show you what I do. Now let me show you why I am God. So, and let me show you that I would never leave you or forsake you. Let me show you that I am here always in your storm. Let me show you that I hear you. Let me show you that I have counted your tears. Let me show you that I see your anger and your frustration, even with him, like even with me. Me as in God. Like, let me show you why I see your frustration, even at him, and he's still going to love us regardless. I kid y'all, now it's like 3 weeks later, and I was just so over everything. Like I was so in a dark place. Even after I started running and stuff, I was so in a dark place. That man there, y'all. Oh my gosh. How about I come on the end of the bayou. Now, at the end of the bayou, it's like, it's when you come around the bayou, it's like certain parts you go, like certain parts you walk and you see cars, like you're right next to the street and you can hear the cars like driving or whatever. Certain parts you go and then you go to the other part and it's like a part where the cars can't drive through, and then you go back on the other end and then you back to kind of like normal land or whatever, and you can see like the cars is coming your way or whatever, or going the opposite way. Why I saw the ducks, y'all? Why did those same ducks that I saw in that boy's freaking story and my best friend's story at the time, why did God let me see the ducks, y'all? Why did God let me see those ducks? Why did God let me see those ducks? Bro, same formation as they were on my homeboy story. Mommy, daddy, 8 chicklets. 8 chicklets. And I think I took a picture, and I've been trying to find that picture because I actually, like I said, I wrote the topic for this. It's called the ducks. That's how I write my notes, to make sure I remember like what I'm supposed to be speaking on. I don't write like full scripts or whatever. I just go off the top. I feel like that's the rawest way, the rawest form to do it, and to get God's word off is just going off the top. But I just write titles so I can know exactly what I'm supposed to be talking about. So I wrote this a while ago. So I was trying to actually find the picture when I thought I was going to make this video. I was trying to find the picture to post it. Oh my gosh, I'm still going to try to find the video and try to at least post it at the end. If I don't post it at the end, it means I didn't find it, y'all. Like, not the video, sorry, the photo. If I don't post it at the end, it means I didn't find it. But if I do post it at the end, then it means I found it. That was just God's way of letting me know, I heard you. I see you. Here's your ducks. Like, are you happy now to know that I've been seeing you? I'm here with you. I know what you need, and I know when you need it. And at that moment, that's when my life changed. I'm like, I can never doubt God. Even when I be trying to doubt God, it's like, I have to tell myself, like, I check myself, and I'm like, you can never doubt God. Girl, what are you? Roll it back, rewind it back. Take that and rewind it back. Ludacris got they're making girl, rewind that back. I cannot doubt God for nothing in this world. Like when he showed me those ducks, y'all can't even. I probably almost got myself hit by a darn car trying to chase and take a picture of those ducks, because I was like, there's no way that he's allowing me to witness this. There's no freaking way. No freaking way. It was crazy. Like, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. It was literally like mommy, daddy, and 8 chicklets. I was so happy. I was like, I see you, God. I see you. And I'm so grateful and thankful that you see me. And I'm so grateful and thankful that you allow me to know that I can trust in you. I can trust you to the core. Like, I know whatever decisions you make, whether it's someone I love, whether it's myself, whether it's whatever decision you choose to make, I will believe in you, I will trust in you, and I will trust what you do, regardless. Even when he took my best friend away from me, Hope, and I'll get a picture or a video up here of her one day, y'all, as well, so y'all can see her too. But I had so many questions. So even after that, at the showing of the ducks, I still had questions or whatever. When he took my cousin, I had questions, but not as many as I did when Hope passed. I was really, 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 really lost when she passed. Not necessarily in a dark place, but I was just lost. I can't really explain it. Like, I was just lost, very confused, because we went to Jamaica for her 30th birthday, towards the end of August. It was August 22nd, I think we flew out to Jamaica, and then we came back to Texas on the day of her birthday, which was August 24th, that Sunday. And then even after that, like the following week, her, myself, and this other gentleman who we met in the hotel industry, we all went out to eat, and she was getting ready to go have surgery or whatever. So, and I've kind of talked about this in a previous video. So she was getting ready to have surgery. So she's like, oh, I got to try to eat steak. I got to try to eat lobster. I got to try to eat Chick-fil-A. Like, she was trying to eat everything before she had a surgery, because it was going to be like a 6-week or like a little over a month, I believe, like recovery period for the type of oral surgery that she was having done. And so we went out to eat, and like that following week after we came back from her birthday, we went out to eat. And then later on in that week, like the end, I think we went to eat on Monday or Tuesday at this spot we used to go to all the time. Same 3 people, me, her, and him. Used to go to all the freaking time. That was our spot. And so we went there to eat, and then I think that Friday she went in for surgery. And then her cousin actually texted us from her phone, like from my friend from Hope's phone, which was crazy. Like, that made so many of us mad. But she texted us in a group chat, because she found like the Jamaica group. We had like this whole group chat on WhatsApp, and she found like the Jamaican group chat or whatever on Hope's phone. And she texted us and was like, I thought it was Hope texting me, because I'm like, we just talked to her yesterday. Like, after her surgery, she was texting everybody, because everybody, of course, knew she was going in, and we were saying like, just following up with her, make sure she was okay. And she texted me. She was just like, she was texting everybody separately. So I texted her, and then she texted me back, and she was like, well, because I was asking her, are you ready for visitors or whatever, because I was going to go visit her. And she was like, well, I don't want visitors right now because my face is still swollen. She was like, I'm really not feeling too good. She was like, this surgery took the breath out of me. Like, those were literally her words in text format. So like, this surgery really kind of took the breath out of me. I'm just really tired and exhausted. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's okay, boo. You know, like, well, let me know when you get better, and let me know when you're ready for, you know, for us to come visit you, when you're ready for visitors or whatever. And she's like, okay, I will. And literally the next day, her cousin texted us from her phone and was like, in the group message for everybody who went to Jamaica, and she was like, sorry to inform you all, but Hope has gained her wings. What? What do you mean? So I was really, really lost at that point of time. So it resurfaced like a lot of questions that I said I would never question God about. And let me tell y'all this, it is okay to question God. I promise to him, that it is okay for y'all to question him. That's when you get to know him the most, because he will answer, but he's going to answer on his timing when you really, really, really need it. Not when you want it, but when he knows you need it. He'll answer you. So always question him. That is such a myth that Black people have. Oh, y'all, my tummy just growled like that. I don't like it. But it's probably because I've been drinking water on an empty tummy. Yeah, but I ain't ate no fruit, no nothing like I typically would, and my avocado in the morning and stuff like that. But anywho, so yeah, it's okay to question him. It's such a myth when people be saying, oh, you can't question God, it's not fair to God that you question him. That's why my relationship has grown the way that it has with him, because I question him and he answers me. I remember it took him a year. It took him 1 year to give me an answer that I asked for a year ago. It took him a year. And it's so crazy the way that you'll get your own answers, that he will give you your answers and provide that to you. Is so crazy. It'll be at the most random time. I got my answer. When I got my answer that I asked him a year prior, this had nothing to do with my best friend passing. It was a question about something else. Why did my ex cheat on me? That was the real question, to keep it raw with y'all and transparent. That was the question. My stomach is wilding out right now. My stomach is wilding out right now. Stop. But yeah, so when he answered that question, I was at a red light getting ready to turn, because it's like this red light, you can turn right on red or whatever. And I was coming to my parents' house, so I was getting ready to turn by that light. And it was a car that just so happened to be in front of me, so I couldn't turn how I want to, literally. So I'm sitting there waiting for the light to turn green so they can go straight and I can make my right turn. Why God gave me the answer? And I almost held the traffic because I was too busy laughing. I mean, I was laughing out loud because and shaking my head. Literally, people be saying shaking my head and laughing out loud, but really don't be doing it. I was really like, like that kind of laugh. I was like, boy, woo, you something else. 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 Like, what? So it is okay to question God. I wish people would stop with that myth. It is totally okay. That's how you're gonna get your relationship with him. That's how y'all gonna start being here, being in atonement with one another, regardless and despite what you may be going through or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so those questions started to resurface, like, why have you forsaken me? Like, are you doing this to me? Like, what is going on? What is going on? And so yeah, I would just question him, but I hadn't had that question. And then it's like, and then he took my cousin. Like I said, I didn't have those questions the same way I did when Hope passed, because at that time I was kind of like getting myself immune to the inevitable, which is death. We live to die, unfortunately. That just is what it is. It's the hard, gut-wrenching truth, but it's the truth, which is why we have to make every moment on earth memorable. We have to forgive. We have to freaking love. We have to be kind. We have to be generous, because once it's all said and done, there's only one place I want to go, and that's with the big man. I don't want to be here with the rapture. I don't want to be here like, bro, I would literally cry all my days here. Like, Lord, I'm not trying to be here, but y'all, to be honest, I ain't trying to leave no time soon. But when God calls me home, I want to make sure I'm exhausted of everything that he has planted in me, everything that he wants to grow out of me flourishes and grows, and that I leave that for my niece and my nephews to have something to cling on to. And I pray even my children, I do want children, and I pray that happens, and that's in the Lord's will for me. But right now I'm just focused on his purpose for me. I'm focused on doing these videos and getting his word out and getting his love out unconditional. His love comes with no condition. But yeah, definitely question him. And And so I hadn't questioned him since those ducks. I questioned him when they passed, but I had I was just like, so I was really lost when she passed. And so I was just like, how is this possible? Like, she literally just texted the day before. So how is this possible? I don't believe y'all and stuff like that. And I just had to really get in touch with God. And then he took my cousin home. So I had to go through that all over again. It wasn't as intense, but I still had to go through that again because I was still like, what do you mean? Like, this was our angel here on earth. And it's like, and he served his purpose. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything in him, he had exhausted himself. Every good in him. Look at these kids running around, man. I ain't all in my camera. But I love kids, y'all. But I'm just trying to record right now. But so if y'all see them running back and forth, they putting groceries up. But anyways, but yeah, so it was just a lot. So I was just like, oh Lord, even after that, even all that I've been through, I still cannot doubt God. I cannot doubt God. Like, and he knows that. And I always have to slap myself back to realize, like, girl, what is you thinking? No. We're going to stop this right now while you're ahead. We're going to stop this right now. And focus more on God. Make sure your focus is more on him than doubting him. So yeah, I'm just like, the freaking ducks. He let me see it. So just let me know that I am here. Like, I am here, girl. I'm here. I hear you. I see you. I'm with you. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Even in your darkest moments, when you feel like I'm not. I love you unconditionally, without limits. And just know that. And so whoever is feeling down and out in a dark place, lost, confused, on the verge of giving up, don't talk to God. Fast if you need to. Fast. I didn't fast when I got that. When he gave me the ducks and the symbolization, like, that was between me and him. But it was just the fact that I would talk to him constantly, daily. Like, even in my mind, I would just be talking to him. God, what's going on? God, where are you? God, I don't feel you. I don't see you. How do I trust you, God? Like, I would literally talk to him every day. Even if you have to get something and write it down, like a notepad. I even have a notebook, like the little notebooks you use, composition book that you used in high school. Baby, I be having those. I have those. I have a regular spiral notepad. I have everything, like the actual books, not little notepads like sticky notes, but like the actual books. Write it down. If you feel like you don't know how to actually say anything out loud or how to talk to him out loud, write it down. And then whatever you write down, speak that out loud to him. He will hear you. He's going to get it. He already hear you when you're thinking it anyway. But to say it out loud, that's what's going to push him more, like, let me tend to her, let me tend to this person. So write it down, pray, talk. Praying is no more than just talking. Talk to God, just like I'm talking to y'all. Have a normal conversation with God. He hears you. He created you. He created all of this. Do you feel me? So if he created all of this, what makes you think that he doesn't know you from the inside out? He knows your thought before you even think it. He knows your cry out to him before you even cry it. He knows your prayer to him before you even pray it. He just wants you to acknowledge it, though, by saying it out loud and saying it verbally. He wants you to acknowledge him before he responds. He wants you to say it out loud. But once you get that connection with him, it's still great to say it out loud. But sometimes, like for me, he even comes when I'm just thinking it. He even shows me who the freak he is, So he's an on-time God. When they be saying, he's an on-time God. Oh, yes, he is. Like, we be in church as children just listening to that and it's just like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, what they say. Because I'm supposed to be like, yeah, what they say. Because I'm a child, right? And then the older you get, it's just like, oh, my gosh. I understand verbatim what they mean when they say it and why they are saying this. Because it's so true. Oh my gosh. I remember this older lady in my old church. May she rest her soul. She's passed on, but she was like 90. Cute. Still driving herself to church. Cute little lady. So cute. I love old people too, y'all. I love them. But anybody from college be like, I started making people love old people by how much I loved old people. Like, it was crazy. But like, every time they would see an old person would be out, they'd be like, don't you dare. And I'd be like, they're so cute, I gotta go say hey. But true stories, y'all, true stories. But yeah, he's an on-time guy, and it's just like, she stood up in church and she was like, the only thing I can tell y'all is get to know God for yourselves. Like, you have to get to know God for yourself. I can tell you all of my stories myself. That's just what she was saying. I can tell y'all all my stories myself, but y'all have to get to know him for yourself. That's all I can really tell y'all. Get to know him for yourself. And boy, oh boy, was she right. Like, now I see. Now I freaking see. And how about this? That was then when I saw the ducks. How about this? When y'all see the video of my brother missing or whatever, I posted the original, then I posted the updated one. The original one, when I was saying like when he actually went missing and we didn't know where his whereabouts and everything like that and where he was, I found myself kind of like going in that space again. That space that I was when I lost hope. That space that I was in when I lost my cousin. That space that I was in when I was terminated that year. When I had to move back home with my parents, I just started going into that space. Because when I get into a space, I get into it, and then I let everything else resurface. It's really weird. Like, when I'm in a dark space, everything that happened in my life and in my past comes back. It resurfaces for whatever reason. I allowed that to happen. So I started getting back in that space again. And I was like, but no. I have to stop myself. You have to catch yourself a lot. Sometimes you even have to catch yourself and take accountability for yourself, and where you allow your mind to go, where you're choosing to allow your mind to go. And so I have to even stop myself with that. I'm like, we're not going back down that route. God is a good God. He's a faithful God. He's an awesome God. He's an on-time God. He is perfection. So whatever may be, whether it's good or bad, whatever the outcome, God is still going to be God, you know. So I had to stop myself, and I went out running. This was like 3 weeks ago, y'all. This was like 3 weeks ago. Went out running, y'all. My hand on my hip, because this is serious. Like, hand on my hip. Be serious. Well, I saw the ducks. It's like our communication. It's like his communication to me to let me know every time when I start to fall for that again, don't let the adversary keep beating you up in the same place, which is the mind. No. Don't let him do it. Don't y'all do it to yourself to even give him the platform to try to play with you because you're playing with yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. No. So I had to stop myself. He showed me the ducks. They wasn't crossing the street this time how he initially showed me years ago, when I felt like he didn't give me that same experience. And stop comparing too. That's the thing. Stop comparing. But I am glad that I compared that time, because it wasn't even comparing. It's just like, well, why you just didn't give it to me? Why you let him see it? And blah, blah, stuff like that. And me and my homeboy at the time, we weren't on speaking terms. We were still following each other and everything, but we weren't on speaking terms. So I was mad. Like, I was like, not even mad. I was just like, how freaking dare you? You allow him to see this and not me? I was like being real petty with God and just in general. But so the last time he allowed me to see them walking across the street, this time they were in the water. They were actually in the bayou that I was running around at my place. So it's kind of like the same bayou, but my parents have it at their place, and I have one by where I stay as well. So that's my mama. She just walked out, but I'm telling her, like, hold on, let me finish this video real quick. So she's trying to find stuff to do until she see that I'm off the phone recording. So she finally came outside, y'all. But she had my daddy truck getting something. But yeah, so this time they wasn't walking across the street exactly how they had in the guy's video, and how God allowed me to see them the last time. They didn't walk across the street. They were actually in the bayou, but it still was just like, I just smiled, and I'm like, God, you're an awesome God. I'm sorry, y'all. My mama just showed me something outside. Girl. y'all, let me hurry up because this movie is too funny. I'm about to cry. Oh my goodness, I'm a crier when I laugh, y'all. I'm one of the criers. I'm one of the people the black folks that be laughing, but I cry when I laugh, and I like to hit. But I'm a soft hitter, so it don't hurt nobody. Be like, girl, boy, it's movie is crazy. Oh my goodness. I'm just happy she's happy and that my brother is back to give her peace. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so the ducks wasn't crossing the street this time, y'all. It don't happen the same time every time. Sometimes it may, but this time they were actually in the bayou that I was running around, and I was just like, Lord, this is before we found my brother. I just let him get it back home safe and sound. I trust in you. I know that you'll deliver that and that you'll do that. And I thank you. Y'all ignore my nails. I'm trying to hold off so bad on getting them done because I have a wedding to go to in 3 weeks. So I want them to be fresh. And my nails, I get my real nails done. I used to get overlays all the time, but they just damage my nails even more. So I'm trying to go do everything natural as far as like just wearing my own nails, but I do get gel put over them. But this time I want like the white tip gel or whatever, just the white tip. Oh, no, I'm lying. I changed my mind. I said I was going to get all white with like some little silver things on the cuticle part for like the decoration or whatever, my nails for the wedding. So I'm trying to hold off on getting them done. That's why they look raunchy and ratchet like this, but whatever. So just ignore that if y'all see my nails. That's why. But yeah, so he allowed me to see the ducks in the bayou. Same format. It was mommy, daddy, and then I think it was like 4 little chicklets this time. But it was just letting me know, like, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. You already know this is how I communicate with you. This is what it is. I hear you. Just know I'm hearing you. I'm hearing all y'all in your family. You know, he's gonna make a safe return, and by his grace and his grace only, by his miraculous power, my brother is safe and sound. But it was just the fact that he reminded me that he will never leave me. He will never forsake me. He got me. He got the Ivories. He got the Joneses. He got the Sailors. That's everybody in my family, the different last names. He got us. He got me. If anything, he got me. I know that for sure. But okay, y'all. I thought we were taking my car. But apparently my mama just hopped in the driver's side on her car. So, in her car. But so let me hop up out of here, and that was just the message I wanted to give y'all for this Sunday. So y'all be blessed. Don't let the enemy play tricks with y'all, because he's going to do that. Know that that's his job, but also know that God is God, and he's a greater power. He's a greater entity, and his job is far greater than that of the enemies. Like, what he can do, the enemy can't do. What he can give you, the enemy can't take away. And just like this, the scripture says, the world can't take away what they, basically, to sum it up, the world can't take what it didn't give. So you shouldn't let the world take your joy. You shouldn't let people take your happiness. Stop comparing yourselves. If you have to get off Instagram, and I mentioned this on another one of my videos, if you have to get off Instagram for a while, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the case may be, to stop yourself from comparing your lifestyle to others, do that. It's nothing wrong with that. Do that immediately. I do it all the time. I got off of Instagram for like 3 months. And then I started kind of gradually getting back on there, but I wasn't posting. I would just like and comment and try to spread God's word a different way. But I wasn't posting or anything like that. I was just on there. But even still, I would still catch myself. If I start comparing, I would get off. I would get off for the rest of the day and for the next 2 days, 3 days or whatever. But oh yeah, I've been off. The longest I can go without social media now, because I know it's a hindrance to my happiness and to my joy at times. So I've been off Instagram. Was one time I went 6 months. One time I went 9 months. This time I went 3 months. Until I feel like I'm ready. And even sometimes, even in that, I get on after doing that, I get disturbed, like, and I just get off again. I'm like, oh, I've been off so long. I'm not ready like I thought I was to get back into this foolishness, because it's going to be the same stuff. Just people leaving negative comments, people posting this lifestyle that they have or make you feel like they have and they really don't be having. But you'd be surprised, you'd be amazed what the internet can make it look like somebody have and they really don't have it. But we be seeing, we be knowing. She be knowing, but God be knowing. But yeah, do what you got to do to keep your peace, your sanity, your relationship strict with God, and prioritized with God, your relationship as a priority with God, whatever you have to do to maintain the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you peace, things that bring you happiness, do that more and do whatever else less. But okay, y'all, I know my mama's like, this girl here. So let me get up off of here. I love y'all. God is with y'all all the time. Don't be discouraged. Just keep praying, keep pressing forward. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you want and then some. How about that? Because he's going to multiply it. How about that? So love y'all. Bye. Until next time. Look at her. Okay, bye. Until next time, because she's trying to pull off on me, y'all. All right. Love y'all. Mean it. Oh, y'all, so I couldn't find the original picture from years ago with the ducks, but this is the most recent, the one that I was telling y'all I was able to experience and to see when I went running at the bayou. So yeah, that's just this video, which is like about 3 weeks ago, like I said before. But yeah, they're the little ducklings and the mommy and the daddy duck.